Today, we're making a classic tomahawk steak, but since Toothpick's making it, we're gonna call it the Tomahawk.
Oh damn. Hey Toothpick. Oh damn. That thing good.
So we're just gonna cut this in half. Now you could totally cook this whole thing on the grill without separating it, but we don't need all this meat today. So we're just gonna cut it down to one. That's what happens when you cut the tomahawk and you don't have a very sharp knife. You kind of mess the meat up a little bit, but it's not gonna hurt it because we got Danos to put on it. So let's season it up, let's throw it on the grill, but first we're gonna get our vegetables cooking first. We got some potatoes, some carrots, some butter. We're gonna put some Danos on it, put it in a foil pouch. We'll be rocking and rolling. So this is super easy, y'all. Can't overcomplicate this. I take carrots, you can skin them if you want, but you actually keep more nutrients in the carrot if you don't skin it. So I never skin my carrots, and I'll just cut off the tops, cut off the bottoms, cut up my potatoes, cut them in little pieces, and we'll throw it in the pouch and let it cook. You wanna make sure you get a long enough piece so once we fold it over, you can stretch your potatoes and carrots out, and then when we fold it over, the ends will come together, and then we can fold up the other ends too. What do you think, Toothpick?
I'm really excited about that Tomahawk right there. I'll tell you what. I keep looking at it thinking I've never had one of those before. I've always heard about them. I've always heard they're very delicious.
You've never had a tomahawk?
Never.
I actually didn't know that, y'all. So this is Timmy's first experience with an actual tomahawk steak.
Yes, learn something new every day.
Now the cool thing about the tomahawk steak is I've only had it maybe 4 or 5 times in my life, but every time I've had it, I can get a ribeye, a regular ribeye, no bone. And when I cook a regular ribeye, I don't always eat all the fat, but for some reason, the tomahawk steak, when it's got the bone, or did I say the tomahawk? I mean the Tomahawk steak. When it's got the bone in there like that, once you get it all cooked, I'll eat every bit of that fat. I don't know what it is about having that bone in, but it cooks totally different, and you'll want to eat every little morsel of that tomahawk steak. Nothing's gonna go to waste. All right, so final step. We got our potatoes, got our carrots, got it in the foil. We're just gonna cut us up some unsalted butter. You can use salted butter. I never use salted butter. I always like unsalted because I can add my own salt. Danos is made with real sea salt. So when we use it, a lot of times people will see me using Danos and they're like, man, you use so much. And it's like, well, that's the beautiful thing about being low sodium. I can use more of it and it's not gonna overpower the salt. So I'm really adding more flavor to the food, yet we still get some salt in there because we use real sea salt. That's the beautiful thing about Danos. Final step, grab my Danos that I keep right here on my hip in case I ever run into a flavor problem. I got it with me. So I grab the Danos right off my hip and I'll do a nice heavy coating. Like I said, you're probably thinking, oh wow, that's so much seasoning. Well, as it cooks and that butter and everything just kind of soaks together, that's just flavor we're putting in there. All right, so let's get to wrapping this. This is kind of loaded. There's a lot of it in there and I maybe didn't leave enough room on the ends, but since I'm experienced at making these all the time, I'll be able to make this work. All right, now this is what you do. We're gonna move that back up and we're gonna get another piece of foil and we're gonna make 2 smaller packs. Now it's gonna be a whole lot easier. So, like I said, kind of bring those tops, the sides together just like that. And I'll kind of just bounce it a little bit and I'll just kind of start rolling it together on the top. Kind of just work my way down like so. You don't want to get it too tight because this isn't a heavy duty foil, so if you get it too tight, you're gonna pop a hole out the side or something. But you can see that there. So then on this side, I'll just kind of move the vegetables down a little bit and wrap this in like so. Now that I have that end wrapped, I can kind of stack it tall like this and move everything down to where it'll kind of bunch up a little bit. And then so when this is all done, I'll have this right here and I'll kind of roll this kind of big. So when this is done, it's real easy. I can unroll this and hold it and just slide everything right out. So take that, throw it straight on the grill. So we're gonna close this, let it get about a 10-minute head start, and then we're gonna put the tomahawks on. I meant the Tomahawk.
All right, guys, we're gonna show you the proper way to season a Tomahawk. Hit me, Dan.
A little spicy, Dan-o. Look, we're gonna open the top so we can feel that hand.
Ho, ho, ho. Hit me again. I'm gonna make sure I get all of it there.
Oh,
Flip
yeah.
it over. Boom. Rub
Oh,
it in
yeah.
a little bit. Hit me again, Dan. I'm gonna get all around it with all this dang good flavor.
Making my mouth water, toothpick. Smells so good. I can
Spicy,
smell
I should
them.
be drooling.
I can smell them real herbs and spices. You really need more?
Hey, you can never put too much Danos,
Hey.
guys. That's the beauty of all natural flavor, low sodium, and no sugar.
Oh yeah. Throw that bad boy on.
Set it on the grill.
Ooh! I can already smell it. That bad boy's gonna take at least 20 minutes. Oh yeah. Got a little fire going. That's all right, we can put it out real quick. Just like that. All right, so we got the vegetables ready. And like I said, all you gotta do is open this little end piece, just like so. Kind of gives you a chute just to pour them out, just like that. Pretty easy. Look at that. That looks awesome. That right there, with that crust, I can't, it's so hot. And look, here's the big one. Just do it again. Super easy, y'all. Like I said, you don't have to overcomplicate it. Look at that.
Can you smell
Seriously.
that?
Look, that looks awesome. That's what I'm talking about. This here, the end, is my favorite piece. Right there on the end.
Oh damn. I too big. Oh damn. That thing good.